So tell us just a little bit about the bakery in case anyone's unfamiliar with, what type of bakery it is and, the work and things that you guys
Sure.
do.
So Shatila Bakery is one of the first Mediterranean bakeries in the US. We make Mediterranean pastries such as baklava, which is our top seller, homemade baklava. And we were established in 1979 by my dad, Riyad Shatila. And we grew from a very small location to a national and international brand name.
As we enter this pandemic, because you guys already do, shipping around the world, what's the status of the bakery right now?
So it was really difficult for us at first, especially at the bakery. We're doing a lot of carry out and a lot of delivery. So we're trying to monitor and deal with things as best as we can, but it is still difficult because we're still understaffed. And I'm happy to say that business is picking up because I think people are just adjusting to the reality of things now, but we still have to operate really carefully and with, a little bit of fear.
Did you guys also apply for some of the business relief that was offered by the state, federal, and local governments?
Yeah, luckily we did do well with our, applications. We got the payroll protection program. So I say that was helpful. The difficult part about that is that it's hard to get a loan, and I know a lot of businesses are facing this now because there's some businesses that got loans and they have, a certain amount of time to repay it, but they're not even open yet.
Right.
So we thankfully we're open, but we're still operating with less employees than we want. So that's a little bit difficult when it comes, to paying back the loan and the loan period and things like that. I know a lot of businesses are hoping that the government would be able to extend some of these loans and make it a little bit easier on us because even though they've been generous with giving out money, it's difficult when you still have a deadline in mind and, some pressure to operate more than you realistically can at this point.
Right. So speaking of other businesses, have you been in contact with any other owners in the area or, heard about some of the challenges that they're facing?
I know personally in Dearborn, it's there's a lot of small, there's a lot of grocery stores and meat markets that have reopened. And I think it is difficult for them because some of the problems that we've been facing is having big families trying to come in at the same time. And luckily we've limited these people from coming in. Like we'll say like, okay, maybe one person from this family can come in at a time. But if you see different stores where people can't really, they can't really push the family away or discourage them from limiting the people coming into the store, it does tend to get a little bit crowded, and it's difficult to enforce that way. And even with the masks, like we've been enforcing people, or suggesting in as friendly of a manner as we can, to come in wearing a mask. Some of them are a little bit disconnected from the news, or they don't want to take everything that they're hearing from the media seriously. So they'll say, well, I don't have to wear a mask. Everyone around me is wearing a mask. I don't have to do that. Or they'll say, I don't want to separate from my family. I want to come in and bring my family of 5 with me. So I think a big issue is going to be overcrowding and how to handle that in the most efficient way possible. And you'll see, these other stores, they'll have markers on the floor and they'll have, as many measures as they can to try and make a single file line and separate people. But the biggest issue is the customer not wanting to listen to that and thinking that they don't have to listen to that.
So that said, what does the future for Shatila Bakery look like? What is the new normal projected to be for you guys?
I think the best way to look at things right now is in the most positive aspect as you can, like taking the new normal into account and thinking, okay, this is how it's going to be now, and we can run with this, but let's run with it in the best way possible for our customers and for ourselves. Let's be as efficient as possible working with this new normal.